The State Universal Basic Education Board, Subeb, has taken it upon itself to organize another replacement test for students into Lagos State public secondary schools. This is to give the students who did not perform well in the previous one another opportunity to resit for the test. However, according to the chairman of the board, the turnout of the students was not impressive.
It's really disappointing what we are seeing here today. And why do I say so? At least in this particular school, Immaculate Junior Secondary School, we expect to have at least 300 pupils in primary 6 sitting for the exam. Whereas at the last count, I think they are just 100. I wouldn't know what will be the reason for this, because for the past 4 months or 3 now, we've been on here announcing about when the result of the last placement test exam done in April was out, to announce that we are going to do the exam. But for the Ebola incident in Lagos State and in Nigeria, I will say that resulted in the postponement of resumption. We will have even done this exam, some months ago. We've done all we need to do to alert those who failed the last exam to come for the receipt today. So one wouldn't know what is responsible.
The chairman called on the parents and guardians of these pupils to live up to their responsibility in order to secure their future.
My advice for parents is that they should be more alive to their responsibility, because I must say candidly that this poor turnout is definitely because of the fact that they are having it free. Because if they have paid for these exams, a lot of money, a lot of efforts have gone into the preparation. If they have actually paid, there will be no reason for their children not to be here, except if you want to believe, which I doubt. There is no doubt that very few of the children might have gained admission into private schools. But I'm sure that majority are just not there. And what this means essentially is that we need to also focus on adult education more.
The director, Lagos State Examinations Board, Mr. Olufemi Hassan, made it known that children with disabilities were also catered for during the examination.
When we are doing this exam, either this, either placement, either screening, either Becker, all the exams, there are always provisions for the physically challenged candidates. The visual impaired, we have brailing for them. We have for categories. The state government has provided enabling environment, a level playing ground, where all these people will have to come in and take part in the exam. The success rate, in all honesty, we recorded over 95%. Even the ones that are writing this exam, they are very, very minute. Just about 5.4% of those that register for the initial one.
Speaking on the low turnout of students, the Director, Basic Education Services Department, Mrs. Modupe Adigun, disclosed that various sensitization programs were on radio and TV to inform parents on the replacement test.
The main challenge here is a low turnout of candidates. The candidates turning out are about maybe 1/4 of those allocated for this center. So we had a lot of OMR sheets lying unused, and we don't actually know where the candidates are, because definitely there was enough sensitization in the mass media, in the radio, in the television. So there was enough. So I wouldn't want to think that any parents didn't hear of this receipt examination.
Education Report on TV spoke to some of the students on how well they prepared for the examination.
I prepared very well for my exam. I read English, I studied mathematics, I studied social studies, verbal, quantitative.
I've read my English and mathematics. I want to expect to score the highest score. I want to become a journalist.
I prepared by reading. Praying to God to help me, I should pass.
I've come here to write placement tests, mathematics, quantitative aptitude, and primary science. I've read social study, home economics, I've studied maths and English too. I want to become a footballer.
I've come to write a placement test. Yes, I've read some books, quantitative, general paper, mathematics, English, verbal. I want to become a banker.
In as much as the Lagos State government is putting in all efforts to ensure that students have access to qualitative education, it also behoves on the parents and guardians to make sure that these students are made available and encouraged to key into and benefit from all these life-changing policies.